off to the races.
Hold on.
Recording in progress.
Video pod.
Video pod.
Look at us
What
go.
up?
You know what? I'm gonna
We're
have to
doing
hide.
stuff.
I'm gonna have to hide my self view because I'm just gonna keep looking at myself the whole time.
That's something you might want to talk to somebody about. I
I think that's a normal human reaction.
just to look at yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're loud. You're loud over there.
You want me? I can turn it down.
Yeah,
I
that
can
would be
turn
great.
down my. How about here? Is this better?
You're a lot closer to the mic than you normally are. You know.
Well, it's a tiny desk.
Yeah. Well, we're allowed people. There you go.
There it is.
Wow.
Little something for the ladies.
Yeah. Well,
Just starting it up.
you know, it only took us 3 attempts and many minutes.
In many minutes.
Of
Although
us.
this last 15 was completely on me, and I just forgot to hit a button. Of course, Zoom could have been like, "Hey, you forgot to hit this button," and I might have been a little better off.
Well, I mean, it does ask you right at the top. It won't even let you into the meeting without deciding.
Well, so what happened was it says, "Do you want to connect to computer audio or test computer?
Can you still turn
test your."
Can you turn yourself down over there? You're like
How's
3 times.
this?
You're 3 times louder than me.
How's this?
Still loud.
Well, I can't. How about now?
I mean, you're still peaking every time.
How about now?
Still peaking.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
I turned it all the way down.
Are you sure you're using the microphone, the Shure microphone, and not your AirPod microphones?
Well, again, I set it to that. Zoom. Preferences. Audio. Oh, why did it do that? How about now?
That is so much better, my God.
All right. Cool.
Before it sounded like you were like a tiny little ant inside of a tin can.
Well, and now I'm a giant man in a room.
Oh my God, that sounds so much better. The first minute of this pod are going to be crap.
Well, we're figuring it. Well, I'm figuring it out. Although I set it to that about 8 times. So I
Sure.
don't know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I don't need your attitude. That's one thing I don't need. Right? I'm just over here trying. You've seen me try. It's not like I'm over here slacking off. I'm doing everything I can. I make mistakes. I'm a human being. So why don't you just chill the fuck out?
Oh, man.
So what's been going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm living in Tennessee.
Not bad, right?
It is not bad. It's not bad. I
You're
like
wearing
it.
your little beanie like a Nashville person.
Like a Nashville person. And honestly, it's like, it is nice outside. It is not beanie weather. I can tell you that. It's like in the 70s outside, but I like to keep my room sub-Arctic.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You're one of those people? I can't do. I do it at night. At night, I crank it down, but then as soon as I wake up, it's back up to 73.
73?
Yeah, when you're doing stuff,
Ugh.
when you're awake, yeah.
Ugh. No.
What do you keep it at?
65.
Get the fuck out of here.
It won't let me go lower.
No wonder you got an attitude. You're fucking freezing your ass off. You're probably anemic.
Probably anemic. I'm not anemic.
You probably got stage 1 frostbite.
You know what I did? I wore high heels the other night for the first time in a while, and I still don't have a lot of feeling back in my big toes.
Were they your high heels?
Yeah, they were new.
Yeah. Those are, but yeah, so new high heels usually hurt more, right? Because they're not broken in, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, they have a chunky heel, so they were a little bit better, like comfortable, but...
Chunky heel, you mean like the heel itself was thick?
Yeah, it's a thick boy.
It's a thick boy.
Yeah.
All right. So that's probably easier to, again, I don't know anything about this, but I guess that's easier to walk in than a thinner heel.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. But, it was like a closed-toe situation. And you know me, I got these thick little mitts on my feet. I got these fat little flippers. So I had to shove them into these new shoes. And my toes are still a little numb. But, we're almost at the 48-hour mark. It's slowly coming back.
Of course, a lot of that might be hypothermia from your subarctic room.
It could be.
Your blood just trying to rush to the center of your body to protect your heart.
I went downstairs to the coffee shop and I was in this sweatshirt and my pants and no hat, but some sandals. And I was like, I'm just going to go downstairs and get a latte so I'm like ready for the pod.
Yeah.
And then I went down there and the line was so long. Also, the coffee shop downstairs, the prices change on a daily basis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the same latte has cost me $5, $8, and $6.
I guess it's market price.
I think so. Yeah.
MP.
Yeah. And
depends on what they get the milk for that day.
Yeah. It's down. It's downstairs and it's like always 10 people deep, the line, and they're not quick.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm just going to find the closest Starbucks. Certainly in downtown Nashville, there will be many Starbucks, and there are. Like a quarter mile away. So I walked down to the Starbucks and got my pumpkin spice latte because I'm a basic ass bitch.
Did you pre-order? Did you order on the app?
I ordered on the app, of course. Well, because also this fucking coffee shop downstairs, I went down there the other day. We were filming, and they have a sign over the scones that says pumpkin spice for life. And I was like, okay. I'm a basic bitch. I like pumpkin spice. And
that's what I've said about you a million times.
I know. And so I was like, do you guys have pumpkin spice? They were like, no, it's just the sign.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You have pumpkins all over this goddamn coffee shop. And my only options are vanilla and chocolate. Really?
That's a very Tennessee thing to do.
Oh my God. So I walked down to the Starbucks. I pick up my coffee. And then I didn't really think about, Nashville's got a lot of hills.
It does.
It's got a lot of hills. And it was downhill on the way to the Starbucks.
It was uphill on the way back. That can only mean one thing. Yeah.
And you know what? I was very happy my room was cold when I got back.
Yeah. I made that mistake yesterday. As a matter of fact, as you can see, I'm drinking a Dunkin'. And for the first time ever, I had it delivered. Like normally I would just walk to the nearest coffee shop.
Right.
But I am in this hotel. First off, Austin does not have like a regular. I've stayed here a bunch of times and I've stayed in different parts of town. And every time I've stayed here, it's a lot of like every road has an overpass. Like it's just a lot of highways. And like, it's like one of those things where like it's across the street. You're fucked. Like you can't get there as a pedestrian. And there's a Buffalo Wild Wings in this parking lot. And then next door on the other side of the entryway to my hotel is a sports bar that is right out of, it looks like it's from, like I walked in, I was like, is this from Dusk Till Dawn? Like it was I was very easily identifiable.
Did you get to see, was Selma Hayek there with her sweet knockers?
No, she had already turned into a vampire by that point.
Spoiler alert.
The movie's like 30 years old. I think we're fine now.
Yeah, George Clooney still has black hair.
Yeah, and is young.
He's in it, right?
Yeah, he's in it.
That's right.
By the way, I did kind of want to see the new George Clooney, Julia Roberts movie, and then all I've heard is that it's fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, I was perusing Rotten Tomatoes last night because I was trying to get myself to do something else besides play Gas Station Simulator. And I was trying to see if
I want to get into that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, there's so much to do. It rules. But I was looking on Rotten Tomatoes to see if there was anything like a cheap rental on Apple TV that I would want to do.
Yeah.
Nothing grabbed my attention more than Gas Station Simulator, though. I'm going to be real honest.
I mean, it is. It's in your blood.
It is. Gasoline.
Our grandpa had a service station.
He did.
And our uncles worked there.
Yeah.
And sometimes our parents would drop us off there as some sort of weird babysitting thing.
Yeah, they'd be like, here's a calculator you can play with.
Go get high off the gas fumes and come back in. You'll be having a blast.
But yeah, I love it when Clooney and Roberts gets together.
Yeah. Anywho, what I was getting at is the reason I had this delivered is yesterday I was like, oh, there's a coffee shop. It's 0.6 miles away. I'll just walk over there.
Yeah.
And man, that Texas sun, there's a reason there's songs about it.
Yeah.
Because whoo doggies, it went from 75 to 85 in about a quarter of a mile.
Ooh.
And I got there and it was like one of those things where like Google Maps is like, you're here. I'm like, the fuck I am. I don't see it. And I finally
about to be
found
dunking myself in this river. They have rivers there, don't they?
Dunkin'. It was this like Shipley's. It was like a local joint, right? And I walk in and I was like, I want a coffee. And she goes, okay. Oh, I go, can I get a coffee with cream and sugar? She goes, do you want vanilla or chocolate? And I was like, vanilla. And she just takes this thing of pre-made and pours it in. And she goes, and so you want sugar in this too? I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think I want sugar in that at all. And
does it come with insulin?
oh man, they handed it to me. It tasted like someone had took a donut and just shoved it in my coffee. And I was just like,
that's what I was having the same issue with the coffee shop downstairs, because it was like the first one I got. I just got a regular vanilla latte. Just, you want to go in and just see what they're about.
For sure.
I'm going to be here for 9 weeks.
Stick your toe in. Dip your toe in.
I need to see what they're going on, what they have going on, so that when I make my order, I know what to do.
For
to
sure.
make it to my taste. Because like Starbucks, pumpkin spice latte, they put 4 pumps of pumpkin spice in there. I like 1.
Yeah,
I don't want the 4. I just want the 1.
They're heavy-handed with them syrups.
They are, and that's not for me. I just want like a little splash.
Yeah.
Just
No,
a
I'm
little
with you.
splash. But
also, I hate the I love Starbucks over like coffee bean because they use the powdered.
Fucking hate coffee
powdered
bean.
flavors.
And then you get like a chunk of it up the straw. It's
Oh.
nasty. It's
then
gross.
You cut it up and you try to snort it and it just hurts.
No, you got to boof that, Chris. Those are powders you boof. Those coffee bean flavors.
Yeah, I can't find anyone to blow it up there anymore.
I taught Otto how to do it, actually.
Fucking gross.
You ever
No wonder that
You ever
no
seen
wonder
it?
that dog startles easy.
You ever
You
seen-
haven't seen the things I've seen.
You ever seen a dog use a straw? He's just sitting over there, laying on top of a blanket, looking out over the convention center.
How is Otto doing?
He's doing good. He's doing good. I mean, he's like the fucking rock star of the elevator every time we get in.
Oh, sure. He's a gorgeous kid.
He's a good looking guy, and then
He's a
gets
George Clooney dog.
He's a George Clooney. He's a Brad Pitt puppy, but he
Yeah.
doesn't hit his kids. And
First off, I think he just did that once on a plane and fucking you weren't there. They might have deserved it.
I don't think anyone just hits their kid once.
Also, listen, first off, we were hit as kids and we're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they never did it because we deserved it, not because not because dad had a bad day.
Because
but
you had
also-
a bad day hitting your
but also,
kids.
When
up on a
Angelina
plane.
Jolie is the one telling on you, she's probably one of those ones where if you push them too hard, she's like, fucking, you've assaulted me.
Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Yikes. We're making a lot of assumptions about people we don't know.
Well, you were making the same assumptions about Brad.
I said we.
All right. Well, God bless America and small puppies. Welcome back.
Welcome back. These earplugs hurt my ears.
Oh, yeah. I got the super painful ones. Sorry about that. They were on sale.
I don't.
All the reviews said, ouch. I was like, but they're $18. So here we go.
Do they have to put the needles in there?
No, I special ordered those. Those are custom.
That was a personal at-home hot glue job.
Did they didn't come with other sized pieces?
They do. Hold on. I've got small little ear holes.
See, I have the exact opposite problem. I usually have to go buy extra large ones so they'll stay. My left one won't stay in. My left AirPod. It tries to escape from time to time.
It's because you keep
Anyway,
letting all those dicks in there.
Oh, fucking just walked right into that one.
You did.
I'm going to just do the intro for us while you're figuring that out. Welcome back. I'm Chris Porter. She's Andi Porter. This is the 1 Millionth podcast. We're siblings, if you couldn't tell by the bickering. We're Scott and Carol's kids. We're Hannah and Katie's cousins. But this is our first video pod. It's our first remote pod. And Andy's over there.
So much better.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah. People think you want a big dick, but you don't. You want
not in your ear.
Not in your ear. You want just the right size. It's what you can do with it. And
yeah.
Man, my ear pussies feel way better.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
They do. I'm a whole new woman.
So, how have you been? We've been away for 2 weekends. So, and you've been so the first weekend, obviously you flew to Nashville and tell us all about it, Andi.
Well, yeah, I sure can. I haven't really done anything like super exciting. This is my first day off, quote unquote, since I've been here. And even then after we do this podcast, I have to get into some voiceover stuff, but it's been cool. We're filming at a house that's on a lake that is gorgeous, very autumnal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Fallish.
It's very fallish. I love that's why I like the pumpkin spice. I'm a seasonal beverage bitch.
Yeah.
I like it. I like a bevy to go with the season.
Fucking if you're going to be by a lake in October, you should have a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you might as well commit to the bit.
Yes.
The hotels, as you would say.
The commitment. Hotel's been great. Yeah, Otto is the rock star of every elevator we get on because, we're staying in downtown. All kinds of bachelorette parties going on.
Yeah.
Literally the first weekend I was here, I counted 20 and I stopped.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's all these drunk girls getting on an elevator going, Puppy! What's his name? What's his name?
Yeah.
And he's just living his best life.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's being treated like a little fucking king. I don't have a freezer, so I had to amend his dining situation.
Yeah.
So I got his freeze-dried nuggets, which are twice as expensive as the ones that are just wet in a bag.
He's a bougie bitch.
He's a bougie bitch. And then, of course, he's got chicken stock to mix it all up because he's a special boy. But I'm going to go out drinking with some of my coworkers tonight, so I'm excited about that.
You hitting Broadway?
I don't know if I'm going to hit Broadway on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. I was texting. I have a friend who works down there. I was texting with him today. I was like, because he's working down there all day. And I was like, what are your hours today? He was like, I wouldn't come after 2. And I'm like, good to know. So there's this place that I can walk to called the Peg Leg Porker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got it's got a patio that I can bring Otto and go have some barbecue. So I think after I do, well, I don't know. I might do that. There's also a dog park I'm going to walk to. I'm going to take Bubba to do something after this.
I got you.
After voiceover and whatnot. But I'm excited. I want to, go see the city.
Yeah. How was the trip in?
Trip in was great. We were delayed because the guy sitting 2 rows in front of me, his seat didn't recline. It actually was stuck in a fully reclined position, further than recline.
Oh, okay. He was like, this works. He was like, no, we can take off. I'm fine.
And instead of just moving to the middle seat that was empty, we waited 45 minutes for them to come fix the chair. And then we had to wait for the paperwork, as takes a while.
Yeah.
So we were over an hour late taking off because this guy just couldn't scoot over.
But you were on a direct, luckily?
Yes. Lucky. I got in at 1:30 in the morning on a Friday night, Saturday morning. And I was like, oh, it's quiet. This is nice. I'm also staying in a hotel that's pretty new. And when I checked in, the girl told me nothing about the hotel, where to go, what room I was in. She just handed me.
She didn't tell you what room you were in? Well, first off, they're not allowed to say what room number you're in out loud.
Oh, well, she didn't. She said nothing out loud. She didn't even tell me where the elevators were.
What, she just throw your key at you?
She literally just handed me 2 room keys. And I was like, and what do I do with these?
What'd you say to this woman?
I didn't say anything. I was being very nice.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. Anyway, green staff. It's a very green staff here at the hotel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems to kind of everyone's new everywhere now.
Well, yeah.
Because of the everyone's just getting new jobs, and most of them aren't qualified for the ones they have. Flying on American Airlines, there's always someone right behind the person going, "Hey, don't do that. No, do that." Ask them if they are willing and able. And so, yeah.
What's this called? The emergency exit row? It's called the emergency exit row. Emergency. Okay, you're in the emergency room row. Do you agree? No. It's the emergency exit row. Let's take it from the top. Back to one.
Back to. In case we all die, are you willing to help us? No, back it up.
Where does the mask go? I always forget this part. They come down, you put it over your ear, pussies. No.
Sir, you can't use that word here anymore. I'm sorry, I'm new. I'm new.
Sorry, my ear cunts.
All right, back to one. So you've just been working nonstop. You seem like you're in a good mood for someone who's been working just nonstop.
Well, Chris, it's because last night I stayed in. We had a cocktail party on Thursday night we filmed it, and then after I didn't get to have dinner, so I got hammered. And like the co-host of one of the co-hosts of the show slept on the pull-out couch in my room.
No way.
Yeah, it was a night. We tied one on, and
good.
So yesterday,
isn't he staying in that hotel? Or the host?
It wasn't. There's two hosts, and it was the girl host. I would not let a married man stay in my room.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to. The host, whatever it was. I don't know anywho, isn't she staying at that hotel?
No, she lives local.
Oh, she lives. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
she's just like, I can't make it to the elevator.
Listen, when you're a drunk girl going home taking an Uber, that's a scary situation. You never know.
No. I was making the joke as if she was staying in the hotel.
Oh yeah, I see. Well, she's not.
Yeah, she's not. So.
I'm with it. I'm hip. I'm here. So yesterday I didn't really want to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
So I did. I mean, I worked until like 7, and then once that was done, I started playing Gas Station Simulator.
I'm very interested. I want to download it.
I'm not. I don't know. It's addicting. I don't know if it's fun yet. I've been playing.
Much it's just because that was the thing. I go, is it funny? You go, there's a lot to do.
There's so much to do.
I was like, that's not the question I asked though.
Okay. So the premise of the game is that you buy this property in the desert. It's a gas station. So you have to clean it up, put some new paint on it, make fuel, have fuel delivered. Then you got to buy shelves. You got to stock those shelves. You got to keep the liquor and the ciggies stocked up. And then you got to make sure the floors are clean. Then they open the bathroom. I got a water closet last night. It was very exciting.
A water closet?
Yeah. Tyler and I were texting last night, and he sent me a voice note. He goes, Andrea, do not tell me you moved to a new city for 9 weeks, and you're staying in on a Friday night to clean a virtual bathroom. And I was like, I mean, I just painted it orange, though. It looks pretty cool.
Really hides a lot of the fecal matter that ends up on the wall.
Oh, no, you sweep that up with the broom.
Oh,
people are gross.
People are gross. I worked at McDonald's for 3 years as a kid. I know. I'm like, you didn't even try to hit the toilet. You literally just took a shit on the floor. Thank you.
For some people, that's a kink.
Oh, well. I think this was just a kid who wanted to fuck with a McDonald's employee. And then I ended up being said McDonald's employee.
Clean up my Duke. Fucking minimum wage, plebe.
Oh, man. Big plans for the evening?
Yeah, I'm going to go drinking with my social team.
Cool.
I don't know if we're bar hopping. I said, if there's like a patio we could go sit on where I could bring Bubba Man, that would be ideal. But, I'm down to also leave him here and go bar hopping.
Absolutely.
Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a fun couple of weeks. I went to a very rare thing. I flew to Dayton and I did one show and then I flew home. And it was, man, I wish I could do more of that.
Do more of what?
Just fly in, do a show, and then fly home.
Oh, yeah. That sounds nice.
It was weird. I had a weekend booked, and then there's actually a cat out of Kansas City named Trey Kennedy, who's very popular. And he was booked on the Thursday, and then he kept adding shows. And then they just kept calling me and going, hey, we're going to take some shows away from you, but we're going to give you the same money. And I was like, yeah,
great.
That's not a problem.
That sounds awesome.
And then I showed up and they were like, hey, you just do one show. And I was like, man, you are making this fucking amazing. And so, yeah, I flew out. I literally flew out Friday night, got there Saturday morning, slept all day, did a show, had dinner, went home, got in the car, went back to the airport, flew home, and then chilled out, watched the Chiefs lose to the Bills.
Oh, God, that sucked. I'm so glad I was filming that day.
Oh, it did suck.
Oh, God.
It was a great game to watch, other than
the
end.
That's the part I got to see. I got to watch the last half of the fourth quarter.
And then, yeah,
the Bills have our number, man.
Well, they don't. To be fair, they beat us one game. We beat them last time when it was really important.
Yeah, but they won the other game this season.
Yeah, well, as long as we beat them in the playoffs, we're fine.
I'm gonna grab a beer.
Grab a beer.
I know, right?
Where are we counter-wise?
27 minutes.
Great.
Look at this. I'm not even gonna edit this podcast.
You're just gonna send it out?
Just send it out. We're sending out the video. Why would I leave? Why would I cut stuff out of the?
Because my thing was I was just going to listen to you. I was going to let you cut the audio, and then I was going to cut the video the same way.
I don't think you need to do that, do you?
No. If we're going to just send it out, I'll just send it out.
Just send it out. Yeah.
Go get a beer.
Put them in their ear pussies raw.
Raw dog in their ear pussies.
I don't even have to get up.
It's just.
Oh, you know what? I do want a cup, though. Hold on.
All right. She's going to get a cup. Getting a cup out her mini bar. Wearing her Jayhawk shirt. I can't hear you without
my headphones in.
Wearing her Jayhawk shirt. Getting a cup. Wearing her Jayhawk shirt. She's getting a cup.
I know, it's so cool to wear a KU shirt in a college town during football season and not be embarrassed.
Yeah, it's real nice.
It is nice.
They're even like, hey, look at you guys winning games and doing stuff.
Yeah, no one's trying to have an in-depth conversation about football with me. They're just like, good for you guys.
Yeah. Look at you winning as many games in a season as you won in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do we play today? Speaking of which, I just always I never know that we're playing until someone texts me like, oh, wow. This game is nuts. And I'm like, oh, right. It's Saturday. There's football today.
Let me look it up. Kansas football. We are playing and we are losing very badly to Baylor.
That sounds about right.
It's currently 21-3. So let me ask, did you stock those yourself or are you paying mini bar prices?
Oh, I stock these myself. There's no mini bar.
Yeah. Oh, there's no mini bar.
Yingling.
But how great is that hotel, by the way?
You know what? I am enjoying it. I don't want to say what hotel I'm staying at since I already said what part of town I'm in, but I'm enjoying it very much. I did order a throw blanket online from Amazon, which I have been really utilizing. Because the fuzzy blanket they have here, I used it for like the first 10 days, and it doesn't breathe. And I get real hot under there, and I start to sweat.
Yeah, you run hot.
I run hot. And like I wake up with like my legs are sweaty because there's no breathe. Yeah. There's no breathe. So, but I got a really nice breathable blanket, and so the last few nights have been so good.
Did I talk about going to Salida in Denver? I think we had to take that week off.
No, I don't think so.
Let me look at the calendar just to make sure. I don't want to repeat myself for the.
I don't think you talked about it. What do you think, Little Otto Man? He's sitting. So I folded up the fuzzy blanket that comes from the hotel and put it on one of the end tables that butts up to the couch. And Otto just perches himself up there and looks out the window.
Good for him.
He's loving it.
He's having a good old time. The weekend before Dayton, I did Denver, or what I like to call almost Denver, because it's out in Stapleton, which is like the Blue Springs or the Ontario of Denver. But the Thursday before, Brandon and Patrick came and got me. First off, I got to fly Jet Suite X.
Oh, fun. Still have never done that.
It was very nice. It's, you just go into a terminal, a private terminal, and then you check your bags. You show up like 30 minutes before. It's like flying in the 80s, I'm assuming, where you just show up and you're like, I'm here and I can smoke on the plane, but you can't. And then, but it was just, flights are so expensive right now. It was the same price as a commercial flight, and I didn't have to stop in Phoenix, which I would have had to done on American.
Mm-hmm.
And so flew in, got to fly, and I didn't have to fly into Denver Airport, which was very nice. Anyway, Brandon came and got me. We drove over to Salida, which is about 3 hours outside of Denver, and did a sold-out show at a brewery, and had some the cool thing about Salida is a lot of pot grows there, and there were a lot of growers that were like, oh, you need weed? And I was like, not really. I have some. And they're like, we're going to give you weed. And pot growers have no idea like what a normal amount of weed people need for 3 days is.
Here's 3 ounces.
Yeah, I was just like, I go, hey, man, I leave on. My buddy showed up Saturday with like a jar of it and was like, here you go. I go, I leave in 8 hours. He was like, but you're flying private, right? I was like, good call. So definitely took that home with me. And
I need weed. If anyone has a weed connection in Nashville.
1millionthpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, you slide into my DMs on Instagram if you want. Because damn.
Also, I'll be there on
Wednesday.
I'll be there on Wednesday, and Jelly will also be there. I'm sure he'll know someone.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so you can talk to him. And also, he loves you, so he'll take care of you.
I love him. I met one of his writers and producers the other day.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so did the shows, and thanks to everybody that came out in Denver, especially the growers.
And the showers.
And the we had a good time out there. Also, the people from Rebalance Camp. I didn't even know they lived in Denver, but they came out. And
those cocksuckers.
But no, had a great time. I did get a pair of the Yeezy slides.
Show me.
I don't have them with me, but I can just show you.
Show me a picture. Oh my God, look at this. Visual aids live in real time.
Have you never seen them?
I'm sure I have.
First off, they're not attractive. I will be the first one.
Are they the ones that kind
of
look like they're made out of like a life jacket?
Yes, 100%.
Or like a pool float? I want a pair. Yes, I want those.
Well, they're very big. Like they're supposed to be, and they're the most comfortable things. And that's why I decided to get them. I was talking to a couple in an airport. I was like, do you guys like those slides? And they're like, they're the most comfortable things on the planet. And I was like, all right. And I got them, and it's like you're walking around on like one of those like rubber mats that they catch people when they jump off of buildings.
Can I hold for just a sec? Cause I need to answer a work email.
Yes, I will hit pause.
I will cut this part out.
I'll just hit pause.
Okay.
Hey, what up, Porthead, Stumblefucks, and Talent Receivers? Chris Porter's crotch here. Listen, I can't show you my real face because I've seen too much. But listen, ever since Chris has been using products from Manscaped.com, I feel better, I look better, I run faster. So go to Manscaped.com, enter in the promo code 1millionthpod. You get 20% off your whole order and free shipping. Do it for yourself, do it for your crotch, do it for the pod. Manscaped.
All right.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Might be a good place for a Manscaped ad. I know, right? But I have an idea for one, and I'll record it later.
Great.
My first video Manscaped pod.
Ugh, God. You're going to have to do a lot of blurring.
Anywho, had a great time in Denver. Had some great weed. Always a good time to see Brandon Patrick.
Nice.
Anywho, guess what time it is?
Listen to Mealtime.
Ba-da-da-ba. If you got questions, concerns, if you need life advice, go to send emails to 1millionthpod@gmail.com, and we'll answer them right here on the pod if you're lucky. This first one's from our good friend Mudflap.
What's up, No Nuts?
Hey, Andy, Chris, and Otto, and I'll be honest with you, Andy is spelled with a Y, Rue.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm just going to
He's
hope
going to be
that...
Mudflap with a PH now.
Mudflap?
No, it would be, the PH would be the F in the middle.
Oh, I got you. I thought it was at the end. Mudflap. No, that makes sense. Anywho. I think I need some more of this coffee. Anyway, just checking in with some research findings, says Mudflap. We heard you guys talk about the Buzz, whatever the fuck article about dogs only pooping with the magnetic poles of the earth. It was magnetic fields, but yes. I just took our dog Tank, not our name choice, out to poop.
I like the name Tank.
It's not bad.
You know what? I had this fucking little bitch I met on the elevator the other day. She's probably like 6. She goes, "What's your dog's name?" And I go, "Otto." She goes, "I would have named him Bruce." And I was like, "Well, get your own fucking dog, you little bitch." And then I kicked her. I've stopped the elevator mid-floor, and I just kicked her down into the shaft.
Nice.
Yeah.
They found her yet?
No. But when the elevator hits the first floor, there is a weird crunching.
You know.
First floor.
Anyway, fucking gross. Anyway, Mudflap says he took his dog Tank out to poop. His face was pointed to the northeast, and his little salchicha of a red rocket confirmed that. I don't know if that's his dick or that's his dick. Anyways, Mudflap goes on to say his prolapsed anus confirmed the opposite direction, which was southwest. Man, we're learning a lot of things about Mudflaps. Just Mudflap in general. We know way too much.
Man, you guys love fucking putting your insides on the outside. And that whole household. It's like Inside Out Boy from Nickelodeon.
Oh, but anyway, Mudflap says we hope that helps with your research endeavors. Fuck you. Come on by. Mudflap, Courtney, and Tank.
Mudflap. You fucking idiot.
Your horror buddy Casey is back on the line.
Horror buddy?
Horror?
Oh, horror.
No, I mean I can't testify to whether or not he's ever been a prostitute.
I was going to say my horror buddy's about to be here on Tuesday. I can't wait. Albs is coming.
Anywho, Chris ampersand little Zandy. With the I being an upside down exclamation point and then the word comma in parentheses. He's an old schooler. Anyway, Andy, you never told us if the spooky dudes watched Lamb.
Oh, well, we didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
I kind of forgot about it. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'll suggest it. We're going to do a virtual spook in a couple weeks. So
at least it came out the front this episode.
Well, when I was startled earlier, I almost sharted my pants. I feel like I'm not sure. Oh no, I just farted. It was a fart.
Okay. Anyway, Casey goes on to say, but since it's Halloween month, try Contracted on Tubi. Why was it a fuck fest, he says. And then in parentheses says figuratively and literally. I won't ruin it for you, but if you ever have a one-night stand or even sex of any kind again, I would be shocked. Enjoy the horror. fuck you, wrap that shit up, Casey. Oh, and the cover.
I already have enough trouble having sex as it is, so
Okay.
I don't need to introduce.
Yeah, no, this girl's got a kind of herpes you don't want, which is any of them, but this one a little worse. So our good softball buddy, soon to be moving buddy Rob wrote in again.
Rob?
You know Rob, Captain Rob from our softball team.
Robert. Yes, he and I are both the league leaders in walks.
Yeah.
Which I was talking to my boss about it the other day. I guess he's like my coworker now. But I was like, it's my first medal that's not just a participation one. And he goes, well, if you think about it, don't you think it's kind of a lack of participation medal?
Yeah. No,
like,
100%.
Oh.
I'm with him on that one.
Good eye. I got the good eye award.
My favorite is when you would jump out of the batter's box thinking the ball was going to hit you, and it was a strike. That was my favorite. Anyway, Rob says, what's up, Portheads? Listening to last week's episode got me thinking that the two of you go to a lot of concerts. Yeah, that's kind of our thing, Rob. So in the spirit of you moving to the Mecca of music, I want to test Andy's music knowledge.
Uh-oh.
There are 3 rounds. In each round, I will list 4 band names. 3 of the bands listed are real. However, one is completely made up. Can you spot the fake? So let's go with round 1.
Oh, no.
All right. Again, you're looking for the fake band name. Number 1, Dad's Good Knee. Number 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr.
That one's real.
Number 3, Fart Barf. And number 4, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong.
I'm going to go with Dad's Good Knee as the fake one.
That is correct. That is correct. Hit C on the Zoom, Andy. Hit C on the Zoom.
Oh, fuck, that's loud. God damn it.
You gotta turn that knob down there.
Oh, whoa. I forgot I have these.
Well, I can't hear them, but they'll be good for the pod.
I just did a drum fill.
All right, round 2. Number 1. Oh, shit. What happened?
Sad trombone.
Alt tab. What happened? What's going on? Uh-oh. There you go.
Chris, this laptop's
Sorry.
getting the better of you today.
Man. Well, all of a sudden the screen changed, and I didn't know where I was. Here we go.
It's like when Homer goes into the 3D world. I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am.
All right, round 2 of Rob's music quiz.
Okay.
Again, you're looking for the made-up band name. Number 1, The String Cheese Incident.
That's real.
Number 2, Orthopedic Sturgeon. Number 3, Chickasaw Mud Puppies. Number 4, Scary Kids Scaring Kids.
I'm going to go with B, Orthopedic Sturgeon.
Wow, 2 for 2 on Andy.
Oops.
All right, now I can hear it. That's awesome. All right, and then number 3, round 3. Here we go, last round. I believe this is last round. Oh, good. This is Frozen. Awesome. Round 3, we were promised jetpacks. Number 1.
That's real.
Number 2, last stop to Sheboygan. Number 3, Oakley Dokley. And number 4, Dumpsta Funk.
Oakley Dokley.
Almost went perfect.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. Number 2, last stop to Sheboygan was the fake name.
That one made me giggle. I was really hoping it was real because that's a great band name.
Thank you, Rob, for the quiz. Very nice of you. My iPad / second screen has frozen.
Uh-oh.
Hold on just a second. See if I can do
Guess we're going to have to go for an audible.
Bop, bop, bop. All right. I'm going to have to do this. Anywho, while I'm doing this, why don't you tell us about your first story, Ru?
Oh yeah, I can do that. So Halloween is right around the corner.
Yep.
Sure is. It's in 9 days. Halloween's in 9 days. Also, for anyone who listens to this, there's no way people that listen to this are like this, but no one's putting drugs in your candy. I'm not putting.
No one's.
I'm not putting.
No one's wasting their good quality drugs on your kid.
Yeah, I don't, and also I'm not going to be there when they're high. Because that's what fun is that?
Yeah, you're just wasting.
If I'm going to get a kid high, I want to be there and watch that kid be high.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, they're like adults wouldn't do that, but I could totally see some asshole teenager being like, I'm fucking. I mean, still though, that's like hundreds of dollars worth of edibles.
Yeah. Well, you think I'm going to put my good razor blades in there?
Yeah, come on now.
Come on. But
come
anyway, there is a city. Where is this? Prosser, Washington. And
okay.
So at City Hall. Oh wait, I don't want to say. Well, fuck. Anyway, the city of Prosser has a City Hall Halloween display.
Okay.
Of a woman dressed as a Karen. She's wearing a name tag named Karen. She's wearing a shirt that says, "Can I speak to the manager?" And she's in a garden that says Karen's Garden.
Okay.
On October 17th, the display was ordered to be removed by a local Karen who got mad that she thought it was made in her likeness.
Was her name actually Karen?
It doesn't say if her name was Karen. It says that a real-life Karen claimed the display was based on her likeness. So, yeah.
I mean...
They said that it was a public harassment, and it was a grotesque effigy to publicly humiliate a city resident as retaliation for opposing a city bond proposal on the upcoming ballot.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but they had to take it down. Next year, it's going to be the fuck you cunt display. And it's going to have her address on there. And her phone number. And her Gmail. No, she's a Yahoo bitch for sure. But, man, people just don't like to let other people have fun.
Speaking of not letting other people have fun, a Michigan home inspector was recently caught masturbating with a client's Elmo doll.
Oh.
A gentleman in Michigan.
He didn't cut a hole in it, did he?
Okay, so here's what happened. A woman's webcam alert went off, and she pulls up her phone, and she sees the home inspector masturbating in the nursery, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of jerking off, picks up an Elmo doll, and then uses the doll to continue to masturbate with. Which I don't know if he just went between the legs or it was like an arm shoulder job. But
just fucking Elmo's armpits.
It's just anywho, the guy was supposed to be inspecting the house for like and said he claimed
not come.
Yeah, and then he said he claimed that he moved the doll to inspect an electrical outlet, and then finally they showed him the video. It was like, nah, okay, yeah, I jerked off with the fucking. The sheriff in a classy, he goes, "You don't think anything can surprise you, and then some people still manage to surprise you." Anyway, he faces 2 years and up to $2,000 on a fucking public indecency charge.
I thought this was one of those new "Come on Me" Elmos. Is that
not what this is?
Is that not what this is?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
because it is now.
Oh, where are we at?
We could do a couple more.
Okay.
Oh man. Damn. I didn't pick great stories today. I'm going to be real honest with you. Oh,
well, that's the way to do it.
I do have something I want to talk about. This is interesting.
There it is.
You know my favorite website, Uberfacts on Twitter.
Yes. Well, that was the most dad comment you've ever said. You know my favorite website, Uberfacts on Twitter.
I said that the last time too, as if I'm not on Twitter all the time. It's an app. It's also a website. It's both. Damn it! Fuck you! Shut up.
Do you need to know the number for Uber?
1-800-Uber. Uber Duber. That's too many numbers. So they tweeted the other day, and by the other day it was on October 5th, that since George Washington died in 1799,
okay,
and the first dinosaur fossil was discovered in 1824, he did not know about dinosaurs. He didn't know they existed, unless some old folklore, word of mouth, story kind of thing. Like there used to be
lizards bigger than a building.
So my friend Drew and I are going to write a movie about George Washington. Benjamin Franklin was alive at the same time as George Washington, but Thomas Edison wasn't born until like 1833, I think, somewhere around there. And
are you thinking about doing like an Abraham Lincoln vampire killer, but Jurassic Park George Washington?
Yeah. But it's going to be geriatric George Washington and Benjamin Franklin and 5-year-old Thomas Edison.
So it's going to be like grumpy old men, Jurassic Park.
And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yes, it is.
All right. This is so many movies wrapped into one movie.
But here's the thing. Aubrey already has a Benjamin Franklin costume, so a third of the wardrobe's covered.
You're already pot committed. Guess you got to just go ahead and write that outline. Just get it going. Now, are you going to do a script, or are you just going to are you just going to write like a shell and then let them improvise it?
Oh, we're going to let them improvise it for sure. I don't want to make anyone memorize anything.
No. I mean, facts are already out the window, so you might as well.
Along with logic.
Yeah. This was a lot of fantasy.
And the rules of physics.
This might as well be animated at this point.
Oh, of course, we don't have the budget for that. Do you know how to draw? Because I don't.
No, not at all.
No. I'm just saying. Coming soon to a theater near you in the year 2033.
I'm fast realizing that the end of days are coming.
Oh, yeah. I've known that for a long time. They taught us that a lot in Catholic school.
Yeah, but I always thought it would be like something our kids, well, someone's kids. I don't think we're going to have kids, but someone's kids would have to deal with. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe we're actually going to be here for it, like Deep Impact style. Like we'll all stand on the beach and watch the waves hit us. And
that sounds like one of the most terrifying ways to go.
I don't think you feel that. A wave doing about 150 miles an hour. I feel like that is a flash and then fucking water coming out your butthole through your pee hole.
Well, at least my urethra's clean.
And my butt.
And my butt. Oh, and my internal organs are gone.
Yeah, so everything's fine. We're good here. They found a wild alligator.
Where?
In Idaho.
That's not where they're from. Is it wild, or did it escape
a
zoo?
Well, I guess there's no way it can be wild. It's not missing from a zoo. They don't know where the fuck it came from.
It's not. It didn't walk from the ocean, or the Everglades, or wherever the fuck they're from.
Man, if it did, you think it would have come up quicker? You think someone in Nebraska would have been like, "Hey,
is that a hitchhiking alligator?
Why is it heading northwest?
I can't tell. His thumbs are so tiny."
Is that alligator trying to get to Bottle Rock? What is happening?
I just love wine and live music. What? I'm a
3.5 foot.
A 3.5 foot.
I just want to see the Wood Brothers. The 3.5-foot alligator was found in brush south of New Plymouth by a resident walking a dog, which, by the way,
imagine just like casually walking your dog in Idaho. Last thing on your mind is seeing an alligator.
You're like, Otto, what are you barking at? What is the Jesus Christ? These edibles are too much.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they're actually asking residents.
You lose a gator?
Yeah. Anybody lose a gator?
Gator's loose.
And some resident caught it. It says Pearson. I
got out of the gator wrestling game long ago and came to Idaho to get away from them.
But somehow I knew I was always coming back. And today's that day.
Today's that day. I knew these gators were gonna find me one day or another.
Oh man. So yeah, that's got to be a shit day.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. I watched a movie the other night that you would not like.
I have a feeling that's most of the movies you watch.
So it's called Fall.
Okay.
And it's these two girls who but they climb a 2,000-foot radio tower, and they get stranded at the top of it. The ladder breaks away, and they get stuck at the top. And boy, did they rely a lot on vultures to present drama. But otherwise, like, even I mean, I really enjoyed it. I had my hands over my face for most of it, and I was like, I'm not even afraid of heights. And I was just like, whoa, no thanks.
They should call it short gravity, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was intense. But
did they eventually just slide down one of the support poles like whee?
No, I don't want to ruin it because it's actually I really like the ending. It was a nice little twist. But
the ladder was there the whole time.
The ladder was within themselves.
They just didn't click the accept ladder button like I did earlier.
Yeah. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I forgot. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
You would hate it. But hey, I gotta poop before I get into this VO session.
Well, hey, I think that's a good way to end it as any. Well, as always, you can find Andy on Twitter at Andy Porter.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay. Thank you for raising your hand.
You can also do it within the meeting. You can raise your hand. There were 30 F-bombs in the movie, and they digitally with used AI software technology to replace their mouths when they were talking to get it only down to one F-bomb so that they could get a PG-13 rating. And I was halfway through the movie, and I was like, man, this dialogue fucking sucks. It's so bad. And I went on their IMDb, and they were like, this is what they did to it. I was like, oh, yeah, that would make sense then.
Yeah. Man, seems like a lot of work for a PG-13.
It's a lot of work, but also, you know, they don't talk a whole lot when they're stranded, so that's nice.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can find the pod on 1 million at 1 millionth pod on Instagram. That's all words, 1 million with a TH and a POD. You can find Andy on Twitter at Andy Porter and on Instagram at Andy Port.
And you can find Chris on Twitter and Instagram at I am Chris Porter. And you can find the pod on Twitter at @1 and the words millionth pod.
And I don't know when this pod's going to come out, but October 26th, I'll be at Zany's with Zach Myers, although that show is pretty much sold out. And then the weekend after that, I will be in Virginia Beach. You can find all my dates at chrisportercomedy.com. Andy, Rue, pleasure to see you.
So good to see you. Otto is looking at me from his little perch like, what are you saying the things, but I only hear you say the things.
Well.
Once I started saying the socials, he was like, what?
What the fuck is happening?
What's going on? What are you doing over there?
Well, time for the song. Ba-doop, ba-doop.
It's tricky with a delay.
It is. It's gonna be even worse for the listeners. All right, Rope. Have a great one. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.